You said Loftus would see us in the chapel.
He did. I expect he'll be here in a minute.
You know, I never knew this place existed. I thought it was part of the mortuary.
No, it is in a way. It's used mainly for memorial services.
What, for the patients we don't save, I suppose?
Sort of a monument to our incompetence, really.
Hello, chaps. Well, aren't you going to welcome me back?
Well, where have you been?
Where have I been? I've been away for 6 weeks, desperately ill with pneumonia. I mean, it was touch and go.
Oh, like a night with Nurse Willett.
It's good to see you again, Lawrence.
Thank you very much indeed, Duncan.
Because I want that quid you owe me. Hey, who's that woman with the chairman of the board?
It's his bird.
The chairman of the board's bird?
Yes, Lady Molly Cornford.
What, Molly his dolly?
Listen, I thought he was married.
Oh, grow up, Bingham. What's that got to do with it?
Anyway, so's she.
What?
Yes.
Goodbye, Sir All, Lady Cornford. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Cheerio, Geoffrey. Come along, Molly, my dear.
Yes, of course, darling.
I'll see you out.
Will you go on ahead, darling?
All right.
Geoffrey,
Yes.
by the way, I gather from my friends in Whitehall that all's well with the honours list.
You mean my, knighthood?
We don't refer to it by name, Geoffrey.
There you are.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk to you about tomorrow's memorial service.
What memorial service?
I thought you might say that. After all, the notice has only been on the board for 2 weeks.
Sorry.
That lady who just left was Lady Cornford. Her father died recently, and because of her, friendship with the chairman of the board, he left a large sum of money to St. Swithins. Therefore, tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we're holding a short service in his memory. I want you to tell all your colleagues who are free that they're invited to attend. Any questions?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, sir, I can't make it.
Are you working?
No, sir, I'm playing golf.
You are all invited to attend.
Yes, sir. I would have been delighted to come, but on the other hand, I see I didn't quite understand your order. Invitation. Of course, I'll cancel the because I'd much rather be 3 o'clock, sir. Yes, yes.
Any other questions?
Will you be serving drinks afterwards, sir?
Any other questions?
I see, thank you, sir.
Professor Loftus, I play the organ, you know, in a modest sort of way, of course.
I didn't know you did anything in a modest sort of way, Bingham.
Thank you very much.
But before you continue, let me introduce the distinguished organist, Mr. Mervyn Thomas, who's kindly consented to play tomorrow.
How do you do?
Well, that's all then. And I want to hear no more about this golf, Collier. I want a full turnout tomorrow.
I'll be there, sir.
Yes, I know.
Excuse me, I'm quite a keen golfer as well. I'd like to join with you sometime.
Certainly, but when?
Well, what about tomorrow morning? The service isn't till 3 o'clock.
Good idea. How about you, Duncan?
Oh, no, thanks. I mean, when you played in the States, I don't want to play on some crummy public course.
Well, we can play at my club, Sherman Lodge.
Great.
Oh, well. Tomorrow, 10.
10 o'clock.
Mustn't that now?
Waring, I thought you were in casualty tomorrow morning.
Ah, yes, but I thought you might deputise for me, Lawrence. I'll let you off that quid you owe me.
Very well, right. Now, listen, why you want to play with that ridiculous little organist, I just simply don't know.
Oh, don't be so jealous just because you're not playing the organ.
Not at all.
How about you, Dick? Will you join us in a round?
They're not open yet, are they?
Ah, bored.
Mr. Thomas,
Where's Duncan?
I think he's still changing. You look like a zebra crossing.
Jealous?
What do you call the other one?
Right. Shall we get our clubs and start?
Let's go.
Oh, dear. I slashed it into those trees. I'll go and look for it while you two drive off.
Okay.
Yes, Thomas.
Right, Paul, well, you're next.
No. After you.
Okay, well now, the first thing to remember about playing golf, Paul, is to select the right club, yeah? So, yeah, I think I'll use a number 2 wood. New ball. A tee. Not much wind.
Oh, come on, Duncan, for Pete's sake.
Don't disturb my concentration. Right, here we go.
Oh, you're going to drive off, are you? Oh, my God, we have to be back at 3 for the service, and Mr. Thomas has to be back earlier, you know.
Look at the line!
Terrific.
This is it.
Bloody menace.
Oh, let's see you do any better then.
If I do any worse, you better go stand in the clubhouse. Now, which club shall I use?
You've got much choice.
Shall I use my putter? No, I think it's a bit too far. I think I'll use my number 1 wood.
But you've only got 1 wood.
Why do you think I called it number 1? I think Arnie Palmer would have been proud of me. Any luck?
No.
I found mine bang in the middle of the fairway. Beautifully placed for my next hit.
Hit? No. The word is stroke, Paul. Stroke.
Hit, stroke, I don't care. I think yours went over there in the trees. Come on. Well, no sign of it. If you don't find it soon, Dunks, you'll have to forfeit a hit.
No, I'm not giving you one. I'm going to find it.
Dunks! My God, he's been hit.
Maybe it's a stroke. Oh. Here's me ball. Great.
Great? Duncan, you clobbered him. What? What about the service this afternoon? We'd better try and bring him round.
My God. Look, I'll go and get the car. Oh, well, I don't think it's anything serious, just bad bruise.
It might be concussion. Look, I've got to give him an X-ray anyway.
Hey, where's Bingham?
He's in cubicle 7.
Oh, God, I should never have asked him to deputise for me. It'll be all around the hospital.
Where am I?
St. Swithins. How are you feeling, Mr. Thomas?
Oh, not too bad, thank you, Dr. Watson. What happened?
Oh, you just had an accident. Are you feeling well enough to play the organ this afternoon?
What organ?
I think that's answered your question.
Nurse Hopton, where are you?
I'm in here, Dr. Bingham.
Oh, no, you've got to keep him outside. We've got to get Mr. Thomas well enough to play again this afternoon.
How am I supposed to keep him away?
Well, it's your problem. Oh, God, he's never going to be fit enough, Paul.
What about Dick? He can play the piano, remember?
Oh, great. Chopsticks at a memorial service.
What about Bingham? He wanted to play the organ.
Ah, you two. Yes, I might have guessed.
Ah, Lawrence!
What's going on here?
Duncan hit Mr. Thomas on the head with a golf ball.
Did you? Yes, well, in that case, we'll have to keep him in for 24 hours observation. That is the rule.
Oh, no, that is the point, Lawrence. You're going to have to help us.
No.
No, you said you could play the organ.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you go along and see Loftus and tell him that you're going to play this afternoon.
No.
Yeah, because Mr. Thomas has taken ill with... Oh, make something up!
I have no intention of helping you out or getting myself involved in your lives. Nurse, bring Mr. Thomas out to X-ray, will you, please?
Oh! Let's find Dick.
Dick, well, you said...
They can have chopsticks and like it.
The important thing is not to be too maudlin this afternoon. My father was always an optimistic man. It came as a great shock to him when he died, you know.
Why, don't you think, Lady Come in, come in.
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, sir.
Then don't.
No, sir.
For heaven's sake, man, what is it?
I would like to offer to play the organ at the memorial service this afternoon, sir.
Bingham, I explained to you yesterday we already have an organist. If I wanted a duet, I'd have sent for Rowitts and Landau.
Very clever. But haven't you heard, sir?
What?
Well, I thought everybody knew.
What?
Oh, so you haven't heard, sir?
Oh, ye gods!
Well, Waring and Collier knocked out your organist on the golf course this morning, sir. Hit him with a golf ball. He cannot possibly play the organ this afternoon. I'm at your disposal, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. You know, Geoffrey, I simply don't understand this at all. Two of your doctors knocking out the organist.
Molly, don't upset yourself.
Quiet, Cyril.
Yes, of course.
I mean, this sort of incident's not going to do you any good at all, Geoffrey.
She's absolutely right, sir.
Well, of course I'm right. Now, can you play the organ properly, young man?
You will not be disappointed, Ma'am.
You may call me Lady Cornford. I'm not the Queen, you know.
You're my queen, Molly.
Quiet, Cyril.
Yes, of course.
Tell me, how much did your father leave to St. Swithins, if that's not a rude question?
It is a rude question.
But it must have been a pretty penny.
Indeed it was. His death was the best thing that's ever happened to St. Swithins. No, I mean not his death, his gift.
I'm sure Lady Cornford understood exactly what you meant, sir.
Bingham,
Yes?
don't you think you'd better go to the chapel and practice?
Of course, sir.
Get the order of service from the chaplain. I'll join you there in a few minutes and we can discuss something suitable for you to play before and after the service.
My dear Professor Loftus, there is no need to worry. I know how much this means to you with your impending knighthood.
Geoffrey, have you been talking?
Your irresponsible behavior never ceases to amaze me. And Waring, what are you wearing?
Sir?
What are you wearing?
Oh, the golf outfit, sir.
Is that what you always wear in casualty?
Oh, well, no.
Shut up. So you're the greatest, are you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't actually say that, no.
Neither would I. You're certainly not the greatest doctor. And I'm sure Mr. Thomas would agree you're not the greatest golfer. What's behind this sudden interest in golf, anyway?
Oh, well...
Don't interrupt.
Sir, everything will be all right. Mr. Thomas isn't seriously hurt. There is no need to panic.
Panic? Who's panicking?
No one, sir. Especially not you.
Collier, you're very quiet.
I'm panicking, sir.
Yes?
Sir, I've got some bad news for you.
Really?
Yes, sir, you probably won't have heard, but Mr. Thomas, the organist, has been taken ill.
Oh, yes?
Yes, sir, with a spot of housemaid's knee. In his pedal foot. So, realizing this might put you in an awkward situation, I thought I'd volunteer to play the organ at this afternoon memorial service, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir. Of course, I've never played the organ before, but I'm quite a little Semprimi on the piano. And, well, after all, it's all ivory, isn't it, sir?
Come in.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Doc, your lying's just about as skillful as wearing as golf.
Yes, sir, I didn't realise that...
I gathered that, Clark. Yeah. Dr. Bingham told me what you did to my organist. And by volunteering his services, he saved the day. You have a lot to thank him for.
Yes, sir. Look at that twit.
Not bad on the old organ, though, is he? Regular little Edward Heath.
I'm gonna fix him when all this lot's over.
Why wait till it's over, Duncan?
Now, you do have a point there, Dick. Hey, don't you think to give him the necessary sparkle for this afternoon's performance, Lawrence ought to have a little, drinky?
But Lawrence doesn't drink.
Need I say more?
What are we going to give him to drink, then?
How about gin and scotch?
And vodka?
And champagne.
And brandy.
And port?
And champagne!
And the cannibal chief said, that was no lady, that was my dinner.
Lawrence, you're so funny.
I'm sorry.
Plenty was the sauce in his mouth to juice, Lawrence?
They're not too much this time, Duncan, you're killing the taste.
Tell us another one.
Well, all right, there was this doctor. Yeah,
Vodka?
Vodka. Yeah. Well, I see this. Very, very good. There was this doctor.
Brandy?
Brandy. This doctor, he used to buy a lot of apples from his greengrocer, see?
Gin?
Gin, go on. So many apples, in fact, that the greengrocer, he didn't have any apples left, you see.
Scotch?
Scotch, go on. And he always used to say to the greengrocer...
And Worcester sauce.
No, Worcester sauce.
Thank you, now.
A doctor a day keeps your apples away.
There you are, Lawrence. Cheers.
Cheers. Really, Waring, you do go a bit mad with that Worcester sauce, don't you?
So everything's organised, then?
Yes, I've chosen something suitable for Bingham to play.
What are you laughing at, Cyril?
Organize.
Isn't Cyril adorable?
Indeed. Come along, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's time we made a move.
Here's another tomato juice, Lawrence.
No, really. I couldn't drink another tomato juice.
Ah, you must.
I'm beginning to look like a tomato.
Lawrence, you're so witty.
I know!
Lawrence, you can't refuse a drink from a lady.
Ah, but I can refuse a drink from Sandra, don't I? Oh, I'm sorry, Sandra. No offense. Look, of course I'll drink it, seeing as it's from you.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Well, down the hatch and up yours. You know, chaps, I think I should go to the chapel. I mean, it wouldn't do to be late, would it? You know what I mean?
Well, good luck to you, Lawrence.
Luck? Huh? What do I need luck for, eh? You chaps, you put so much spirit into it.
I only hope he can find his wurlitz.
And therefore, you see, life can be likened to Joseph's many-coloured coat. And here, at a university teaching hospital, where all you young people are preparing for the University of Life, we have had an example set to us. And did those feet in ancient times walk upon England's pastures green? Blake was full of worries, centuries before his time, about the environment. And the deceased, whom we remember today, a true follower of Blake, tried by his philanthropy to ensure, if I may paraphrase the revelation of St. John the Divine, the street of the city was pure gold. Amen.
Amen.
And now, before we hear a short address by Lady Cornford, we will all stand and sing hymn 123. Hymn 123. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Grab each other and grab your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet on the sunny side of the street. Can you feel that sit-up and happy tune with your tune? Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
I don't know what to say. I just don't know how to begin. As you can imagine, I did have prepared a speech ready for today. But now, I see no alternative but to tear it up and start again. I am deeply moved by that unique tribute to my father. The sentiments expressed in that popular song sum up his whole attitude to life. Leave your worries on the doorstep. He could have written those words. And so today, when we remember my father, let's think of him as essentially a happy man. Professor Loftus knew this. And he has arranged this unusual but wholly appropriate appreciation of my father. And for this, I thank him from the bottom of my heart.
Well spoken, Molly.
Thank you, darling.
Jammy creep. Somehow Bingham always gets away with it.
Let us pray.
Good golly, with my